Effects of sugar on mental health and behavior. It's certainly tempting to reach for a tub of ice cream or another sugary food after a stressful day when our mood is low. However, proof of a link between sugar and mental health is growing, and it's not just sweets that contribute to our daily sugar consumption. Don't be surprised to find that sugar is one of the most important nutrients in the diet. And any link between sugar and behavior is of great interest. So, is sugar important in our health, or does it just affect us negatively? Hi, and welcome to another amazing video. How does sugar affect our mental health? How should we control the intake of sugar? Let's find out in today's video. We will take a look at the scientific data for and against the link between sugar and behavior or cognitive performance. But first, before we go on, a sub to the channel would be very appreciated. Comment, share the video with your friends, and don't forget to leave a thumbs up for the video. So let's get into it. Based on some data, the claim is that refined sugar intake has a major impact on children's behavior or cognitive function. A few children may develop idiosyncratic reactions or unusual allergy syndromes, causing them to react negatively. However, this has yet to be proven in rigorous research. It indicates that glucose has a function in memory processing potentiation. To establish the therapeutic importance of the role and to elucidate the mechanisms involved, more research is needed. Sucrose may have sedative characteristics, at least in babies, although there's no evidence that any sugar has analgesic properties. This revelation on how sugar affects your mental health and behavior is one you won't want to miss. One may argue that, rather than the other way around, feeling depressed may contribute to higher sugar consumption. The researchers from University College London Institute of Epidemiology and Public Health in the United Kingdom devised a mathematical model to rule out just that, a phenomenon they called reverse causality. Their study concluded that sugar consumption is experienced before a depressing factor arises and not the opposite. The brain consumes more energy than any other organ in the body, and glucose serves as its principal fuel supply. What happens, however, when the brain is exposed to an excessive number of sweets, as in the typical American divorce is not always better in this scenario? What are some of the effects of sugar apart from this one that we are talking about in today's video? Have you experienced this, especially if you are from the American region? Let's talk in the comment section about this. Excess sugar in the brain weakens both our cognitive abilities and our self-control. For many people, a small amount of sugar triggers a need for more. Sugar has a drug-like effect on the brain's reward region. Sweet foods, along with salty and fatty foods, are thought to have addiction-like effects on the human brain, leading to a loss of self-control, overeating, and weight gain. Have you ever been in this situation where all you want to do is eat and eat? This stimulation led early humans to seek calorie-dense meals, which helped them survive when food was limited. However, this primordial desire today adds to our obesity and diabetes epidemics. Substance abuse and overeating share many behavioral and neurobiochemical similarities, and the concept of food addiction is gaining traction among experts. Most individuals, on the other hand, are aware that eating too much dessert and processed food can lead to physical health issues such as obesity and type 2 diabetes. However, despite multiple studies showing the negative impact of a sweet tooth on mood, learning, and quality of life, far less attention has been paid to the impact of a high-sugar diet on mental health. Sugar and other sweeteners, such as high-fructose corn syrup, honey, molasses, and maple syrup, may lead to a variety of mental health issues in addition to expanding waistlines. These are like: Number 1. Depression. High blood sugar might amplify the symptoms of mood disorders. Heavy sugar consumption has been linked to an increased risk of depression and worse outcomes in people with schizophrenia, according to research. There are a few theories that explain the connection. Sugar, for instance, inhibits the action of a hormone, called BDNF, which is low in those who suffer from depression and schizophrenia. Sugar is also linked to chronic inflammation, which has been linked to depression and has an impact on the immune system, the brain, and other body systems. Surprisingly, countries that consume a lot of sugar also have a lot of depression. Number 2. Addiction. Sugar has the potential to lead to addiction, according to a growing body of studies. Drugs, as well as sugar and processed junk foods to a lesser extent, flood the brain with a feel-good chemical dopamine, which alters brain function over time. The sight of milkshake stimulated the same reward areas in the brain as cocaine in patients with addictive eating behaviors, according to researchers at Yale University. Sugar water was found to be preferable to cocaine in a 2007 study. When rats were given fatty and sugary foods, they displayed conventional addiction characteristics such as tolerance and withdrawal symptoms when the food were removed. Number 3. Anxiety. Sufferers of panic attacks, for example, are hypersensitive to warning signs of impending danger. Sugar can cause blurry vision, difficulty thinking, and exhaustion, all of which can be misconstrued as signs of a panic attack, resulting in heightened worry and terror. Trembling and stress might result from a sugar high followed by a crash, which can increase anxiety. According to a study, there is a link between sugar consumption and anxiety. In a 2008 study, rats fed in sucrose were more likely to experience anxiety than rats fed high antioxidant honey. Later on, in a 2009 study, rats that fed sucrose were more likely to experience anxiety than rats fed in high antioxidant honey. While dietary changes by themselves will not cure anxiety, they will assist to reduce symptoms, increase energy, and improve the body's stress tolerance. Number 4. Learning and memory. Sugar has been shown to decrease cognitive abilities like memory and learning. Rats given a fructose solution, similar to soda, for 6 weeks lost their ability to navigate a maze, whereas rats given a nutritious diet or a high fructose diet with omega-3 fatty acids found their way out faster in an animal study conducted by researchers at the University of California, Los Angeles. A high-sugar diet impaired communication between brain cells, which stimulates learning and memory formation, resulting in insulin resistance. Even foods that appear to be healthy, however, may contain a significant amount of sugar. Breakfast cereals, sauces, such as ketchup and pasta sauce, flavored milk, whole meal bread, and a variety of low-fat foods, such as fruit yogurts, are all culprits. The best way to keep track of your sugar intake is to learn how to read nutritional labels. Even if the ingredients list indicates there are no added sugars, the nutrition facts panel will represent the number of carbohydrates and sugars in the meal. You don't have to give up the enjoyment of sweet-tasting meals simply because you're avoiding or limiting processed sugar. So how about we show you our favorite sugar-free recipe? Watermelon Pops. For this recipe, you will just require some basic ingredients, such as 4 cups chopped watermelon, 1 tablespoon honey, juice of 1 lime, zest of 1 lime. Afterward, follow the simple procedure to have your meal ready. Firstly, puree the watermelon, honey, lime juice, and lime zest in a blender. Pour into square ice cube trays or popsicle molds. Before fully frozen, add an ice cream stick to each ice cube or mold. If desired, add whole blueberries to ice cube trays or popsicle molds. According to a study, any sugar added to our food is harmful. We can prevent these risks by eating fresh fruit instead of refined sweeteners to fulfill our sweet desire. Fresh fruit gives the delight sweetness of sugary delights with the added benefit of fiber, antioxidants, and phytochemicals which help control sugar levels in the bloodstream and inhibit their bad effects. When a bad mood threatens to ruin your day, remember where sugar is lurking in plain sight and turn to other delectable foods to cheer you up. And that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Was the video helpful? Will you now watch out for your sugar intake? Comment below. Let's engage. Remember to subscribe and switch on the notifications bell if you haven't already. Like and share this video with your friends. Goodbye. See you in the next video.